Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be continuing our DVWA series, and we'll be exploring CSRF module, particularly at medium security level. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's head over to Kali Linux to begin. We can access DVWA application first, password, and login. Login. Oh, I need to disable the disable. Oh, we have. Oh, sorry. This is because of my HTTP localhost. Okay. First of all, we need to set the security level to medium and submit. And then we can jump to CSRF module or cross-site request forgery. Compared to low level, it's getting more difficult. You know, to get this level down, we have to view its source code. We can make the window larger. So this line is the same as before. Just to check to see whether our submitted request include change parameter. If yes, and then go on, right? However, this is a new line or new stuff. So here, this function, just to check the position, and we'll compare two strings. As we know, HTTP referrer. If HTTP referrer includes the server name, and then we'll go on or we'll execute the following code. Okay? So I think, you know, just now, our code or our POC cannot work. Here, we can change it to localhost, save. This will not work because if you launch the Bubble Suite to analyze the, these two fields. Next. And make Bubble Suite larger. And then at the top, we can navigate to Proxy tab and Intercept. So now, if we go back to VS Code and open with Live Server, you know, this Live Server is extension, just I mentioned, is extension we need to install it to use. And when we open with Live Server, we will generate or we will create fake site or malicious site. And also because of this piece of code, we'll click the button, this button, submit button automatically. Okay. So now we can open with Live Server and we can successfully intercept the request. At this moment, we didn't see any referrer field in the request because, this request is new one, okay, or fresh one. If we forward and we get this WS, this means we need to continue. This is a security feature of a new browser, new version of browser. Continue, and then we can see this button. And of course, because we use Bubble Suite to intercept request, so the request will not be submitted automatically. So now if we go back to the browser, you can see now, yeah, this one, you can see we got the, we got the regular. So this request is from, this site or this malicious site. We can forward. And again, we need to, yes, that request didn't look correct. So why? Because of these lines of code. To perform, in this case, or in this situation, in order to perform CSRF attack, we need to manipulate our regular field of request to make server name string is the part of regular. Okay, maybe we can enable, and we can view the source code again. We need to make our malicious, or this case, our automatically submitted request. In this request, should make the server name becomes one part of the regular. So how to do? Now we use the localhost or the IP address. If we use the IP address, this will not work, because IP address cannot contain or include other IP address. So to do that, we need to utilize the domain name. Okay, let me show you how to do. We can sudo, and for example, we can generate target site. This is our valid site or our target. And next is our malicious site. For example, like a source, a site, or maybe just a target site. Okay. Now, if maybe we can close. Okay. We can close the browser. And access the DVWA slew domain name. We just configured target site DVWA. Okay, and we can log in. Password. Oh, we need to. Admin and password. Login, and we can set the security level to medium, submit, and then if we go back to VS Code, here we need to change the localhost to target site. That's all, and then we can open with live server. But this case, we need to use the domain name or subdomain name. We can use source, target, site. Okay. Password has been changed. So now the password should be 123456. We can copy and test credentials. Admin. Login. It does work, right? Valid password. So we successfully by using domain name and subdomain name to perform CSRF attack. And this method is based on our analysis of source code. Okay, otherwise we cannot find such a way. Okay, so with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.